All right, alive and alive. Welcome to the Vooka Breakfast. It's an energetic start to your day, that daily dose of positivity. It is a new week, of course, off from the weekend and fresher on the new week. Hoping that this week has beautiful things for us. And speaking of beautiful things, this is the new month. We know that on the last month we're celebrating Africa Month, but looking into this month, this is the month where youth and young people are actually going to be empowered into what they want to become. So I hope that everyone is well and fresher from the weekend. And if you would like to share with what you did and how was your weekend with us, do make sure that you connect with us throughout our social media platforms. We have Vooka Breakfast Show on each and every social media platform. But right now, the main focus is we are live on YouTube and we're also live on Facebook. All you need to do is to share the live with your family members, your friends, and anyone that you know that this show and the Epic Morning Show is very and is going to be interesting for them. So okay, do you know this place? Have you ever been to this place? Or you know someone who has been on this place before? On social media, people share their experiences by traveling to different places and them on social media platforms. So for now, all I need you to do is just to pay attention, because I'm going to help you to improve your bucket list, to travel all around South Africa, because South Africa has the most beautiful adventurous tourist destination that you and your friend can visit, and also your friends. We know that when it comes to June, children will go on school holidays, and some of the people are going to take some leave from work so that they can explore what South Africa has to offer. But before we do that, man, you know that I'm not always alone right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I'm with the only one, TC Ogomazivuga. Very good morning to you, TC. How are you doing this morning, man?
Amen, Mo. It's a grand and peaceful rising, and I hope you at home, Vooka Nation, are ready to get into what we call the energetic start to your day. Of course, my name is Tisi Gamazibugo Shabalala, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. Of course, I am here to give you that positive, that your daily positive positivity dose right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Like Mo said, it's a new month and a new week. So, of course, with new beginnings comes new possibilities. And I can't wait, honestly, Vooka Nation, to get into today's show and, of course, to see what June has for us. Mo, I see, like you have said to the Vooka Nation, that they should browse those pictures behind you. And as I can see behind me, I've also been trying to figure out what the picture of today really is. So, Mo, can you please let me in on the secret?
Yeah, apologies to that. I'm hope that I am audible. Just found out that everything that I've said, man, you couldn't get and capture the sound. But let us not waste any more of the time that you have here and get straight into what we have on our today picture of the day, just to enhance your traveling experience with your friends and family. So on your screen or behind me, what you see is what we call the Graskop George Lift Company. So it is based in Mpumalanga, South Africa, along Panorama Road. What it offers as an attraction, you get to go to the viewing lift, a 26 passenger elevator descending 51 meters into the Afro-Montane Forest walk, a 600-meter elevated walkway with suspension bridges and interactive exhibit. When it comes to the big swing, it's a 70-meter free fall reaching speeds of 140 kilometers. And then in the zip line and cliff walk, thrilling activities with spectacular views. And when it comes to your Lift Core Lifestyle Center, they offer restaurants, retail outlets, and a craft market. The Graskop George Lift Company offers an exciting experience for visitors combining natural beauty, adventure, and relaxation. And of course, when it comes to the question of the day is, have you seen today's picture of the day in Graskop George Lift, man? It is insane, TC.
Oh, yes, Mo. That lift dropping you straight into the forest. It's like stepping into another world.
Yeah, man. And when you speak about the big swing, man, that's 70 meters down at 140 kilometers per hour, not for the faint-hearted.
I can just imagine. But if you're not into adrenaline, the forest walk and cliff views are breathtaking too.
Yeah, man. And of course, to be honest with you, the Graskop George is the perfect mix. Thrills, nature, and great food. You've got to check it out. And speaking of checking it out, when it comes to enhancing your traveling experience, we've got the shuttle services that I want you and your friends to look into, so that your travel experience could be much more easier. Check this out.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swellappeal Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swellappeal Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
It's another motivational Monday, and today we'll be joined by Nontozakhe Susan Ramekwa, who's a social worker, and Untutogo Marvin Mdaga, who works for Marv Custom Auto Upholstery. Of course, that is what we have for you, Vooka Nation, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned as we get into what promises to be yet another energetic start to your day.
Go. All right, once again, a very good morning. Let us keep you updated with your latest news headliner. Starting off with your first headliner, Starlink in South Africa. Authorities urge service providers to adhere to regulation. ICASA chairperson Mutibi Ramusi has emphasized the importance of proper certification procedure for telecommunications service providers. His statement follows reports of illegal Starlink usage in South Africa. In response, ICASA has deployed teams to conduct on-site inspections in affected regions to ensure compliance with regulation. Starlink, the US-based satellite internet provider owned by South African-born billionaire Elon Musk, is not authorized to operate in South Africa. Musk aims to introduce the service to the country but faces regulatory challenges. Local laws mandate that all national network infrastructure and communication service providers must have at least 30% ownership by historically disadvantaged groups, posing a significant hurdle for Starlink's entry into the market. On your next headline, no water shortage in Gauteng, says Majodina. Water and Sanitation Minister Phemi Majodina has assured Gauteng residents that there is no water shortage in the province. During her visit to Meyerton, she evaluated the progress of key infrastructure projects, including the newly completed B16 pipeline aimed at enhancing water capacity in Pretoria, Ekurhuleni and Mpumalanga. This assessment comes as Rand Water continues its major infrastructure repair efforts. The newly completed B16 pipeline is set to enhance water capacity in Pretoria, Ekurhuleni and Mpumalanga, supporting infrastructure improvements aimed at stabilizing supply in these regions. And then on your next headline, Youth Month Initiative, a seat at the table seeks to assist pupils with career guidance. Youth Month has begun focusing on the theme Skills for the Changing World, empowering youth for meaningful economic participation. A seat at the table, an organization dedicated to youth development, is working to equip young people with the skills and opportunities needed to become global leaders. Connect Education, part of a seat at the table, provides students with career guidance, mentorship and bursary opportunities to support their academic professional growth. That's all for your news headline. Now let's head over to your sports news. Starting off with basketball news. The Pacers reach the NBA Finals as Knicks fall short. Pascal Siakam led the Indiana Pacers to a 4-2 series win, earning MVP honors with 31 points and 3 blocks in the final game. He scored over 30 points in 3 of 4 victories. The Pacers now face the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals starting Thursday. Tyrese Haliburton contributed 21 points, 13 assists, while Obi Toppin added 18 points off the bench. The Knicks, despite OG Anunoby's 24 points and Kerry Anthony's Town 22, struggled with 18 turnovers. A strong third quarter run secured Indiana's win, marking their return to the championship stage. On your Formula One news, Stroll misses Spanish Grand Prix with injury after losing temper. Lance Stroll will miss the Spanish Grand Prix due to wrist pain linked to his 2023 surgery after breaking both wrists in a cycling accident. He will undergo another operation, putting his participation in Canada from the 13th to the 15th of June in doubt, with reserve drivers Felipe Drugovich and Stoffel van Dorn racing at Le Mans. His replacement is unclear. Stroll also received an official warning from the FIA for missing weigh-in after qualifying, citing pain as the reason. This follows past frustration, including a heated outburst in Qatar 2023. Aston Martin confirmed his injury and temper issues were unrelated. Now, on your rugby news, Bradley Davids, the hero as Sharks edge Munster in a dramatic URC penalty shootout. Bradley Davids sealed the Sharks' place in the URC semi-finals with a decisive penalty in a historic place kick shootout against the Munster. The Sharks trailed 0-7 at halftime, struggling with inconsistency, while Munster looked clinical, leading 21-10 in the second half. Tries from Ethan Vooka, Apelele Fasi and Fez Mbata brought the Sharks back, but a late Conor Murray penalty forced extra time. After 100 minutes, the shootout saw Jaden and Jordan Hendricks along with Davids step up. Munster missed one attempt and Davids calmly drilled the winner, securing the Sharks' first ever semi-final berth. Now heading over to your football news, ruthless PSG seal Champions League glory with crushing win over Inter Milan. PSG secured their first ever Champions League title with a dominant 5-0 victory over Inter Milan, led by 19-year-old Desire Doua, who scored twice, assisted once, and won man of the match. The French champions controlled possession early, with Ashraf Hakimi, Chiva, Kvaratskhelia and Seni Mayulu also finding the net. Inter struggled offensively while PSG relentless attacks left no room for a comeback. Duo Stella's performance sealed the win, ending a standing ovation as the final whistle blew. PSG celebrated their historic triumph, finally overcoming years of near misses Europe's biggest stage. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. Now let's keep you safe on those roads with your latest traffic headlines with a TC standing by.
Grand and peaceful rising, Vooka Nation. If you are on the roads, here is your latest traffic update. A stationary vehicle is on the N1 northbound at the Chris Hani Road, is causing traffic with the right lane being closed. And there is a crash on the N12 R24 westbound before the Galulis interchange. The left emergency lane is closed. A crash has been reported on the N12 westbound after Snake Road M45, and the emergency lane is closed, causing slow-moving traffic. Another stationary vehicle has been reported on the N1 northbound after the ramp from the Malibonge Drive R512. One of the 4 lanes on the ramp from the Malibonge Drive is currently closed. That's all for your traffic. If you happen to be on the road, do make sure to share your traffic update using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and hashtag Vooka Traffic, or send your voice notes on our number using 493-43226. Now let's jump into what is set to be another energetic start to the day.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazbugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketu Mgunu.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
This is Ted, the Wild Irish Comedian. You're watching Vooka Breakfast Show. Tune in every morning, Monday to Friday.
Oh yes, 31 minutes after the hour 7 o'clock, and you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show, your energetic starter to your day, man, your daily dose of positivity. Of course, man, it is a beautiful new month, and I am Moketi Maimane. I'm happy to be with you on this beautiful Monday morning. You know, Mondays are for motivation. We all need motivation. What kind of motivation do you need? Because, you know, man, we've got interesting things and interesting people who are going to be with us right here, motivating us just to keep ourselves on the right lane. Do not lose focus. Don't lose that path you have created yourself. The only thing you need is just to enhance it and make sure that you are on track. TC, man, it's a new week. It's a new month. How are you feeling? Are you looking forward to it?
You know what, man? Mo, June is the halfway mark for the year.
Yeah.
And looking back at everything that I've gone through, that I've been through, and that I've achieved so far, I must say I'm proud of myself. I've come a long way. And we as the Vooka Breakfast Show have also come a long way ever since we started our journey right here. And I'm proud to say, man, I'm proud to be part of this dynamic and diverse team of individuals who are determined to entertain, inspire, inspire and share knowledge with you, the Vooka Nation. So yeah, man, Youth Month has begun. Great things are about to happen. I know that the youth of South Africa, as the youth of South Africa, we might be feeling, I count myself as the youth of South Africa,
of course.
that sometimes we might be feeling a bit stuck, not sure of what the future really holds for us in this country, with everything being the way it is. But, I'm glad to say that here at the Vooka Nation, at the Vooka Breakfast Show, we always encourage that, the youth be more involved in our society. Speaking of being involved, head over to our website, www.voogadaily.co.za, and read up on Y20 and what that is holding for us as the youth, and you as the youth right there watching and listening, right here with the G20 happening right here in South Africa, and of course that being opening doors to other 20 initiatives. So it's like there's Y20, there's I think obviously G20 and so many others, Vooka Nation, that you can be a part of. But the one that I want to shine light on, and that we on our website that you can read up on, is the Y20. Read up on that and see what it's all about right there, so that you can also stay ahead and be informed as to the important things that are going on in South Africa at the moment. Speaking of the important things and things happening right here in South Africa, those news headlines, Mo. I did say I am so proud of myself because you know what? It means my analysis was correct. Remember when we were talking about this narrative of, how, President Trump and his administration have been pushing the genocide narrative. Yes, I told you that this is all it's all business. It's all about business. And I remember saying this on this show, that guys, watch what's going to happen right after this whole thing. You're going to see America trying to introduce, or Elon in himself, because we were talking about how Elon is involved in the Trump administration. And I told you guys that it's a business move because they want to have or shift, cause a certain shift so that they can advance their business initiatives. And of course, now here we are facing, Starlink trying to be the main internet service provider here in South Africa, trying to change, regulations when it comes to, having that BEE compliance. I was like, guys, remember.
It's true, man. It's true. I remember when you said it, because we were speaking about, the destruction that is taking place now. Because people are actually looking at other things. But there are some people who are like, no, man, we have realized something, because the BEE laws are being bypassed, right? And by them being bypassed, it's when people are like, no, man, that 30% ownership is something that they do not want to comply with. They wanted to have all of the 100% belonging to them. So I think with everything that is happening, it's very important to be aware of the things that are happening, because we can't have an international company coming in and never even giving back to the local townships.
Or the local people. Just speaking of, trying to waive or bypass the compliance to the BEE, law. It tells you why they were driving the narrative they were driving, saying there is a genocide against white South Africans. And I'm like, no, man. Now you see, that's why I say South Africans need to look and read between the lines when it comes to some of these news headlines and what is being reported and how governments work. One thing I want to tell people is I've noticed that the government has become a business in itself.
Yeah.
So how we are literally run by conglomerates and corporations. And now, of course, it's about who has the money and who is going to benefit from certain laws and things coming to pass in a certain nation.
Yeah.
You understand? And of course, now we've realized now why they were driving that genocide narrative. It's because they want Starlink now to come into South Africa. And of course, now it's bad because what they want to do is just bypass
the laws.
The law. You know, that 30% ownership needs to be of previously disadvantaged members of society. And now, you know, it's like, no, but, you know, we bringing faster internet. I know, Moketsi, you had... where you had reported on the opportunities and obviously the positive aspect of what it could mean for South Africans and, the society of South Africa at large, if Starlink comes in. But I mean, can we look at the greater implication, what they are trying to do, which is if you waive the law for Starlink, what does that mean? So does it mean like American service providers deserve for us to bypass our laws just for them to operate in our country? And I say no. No.
Yeah, man. Of course, we don't let you don't need to let these things come across, because I think one of the comments and some of the discussions we had is that if Elon Musk, decides to become South Africa's ISP, is going to kill these local ISPs that we have, our local networks that we have. And when Starlink takes over, years to come, he might decide that, South Africa, they're actually practicing again white genocide. Let us just switch off because this internet thing is making them go crazy and do crazy stuff, But it's something that when it comes to the G20 and also the sister summit that they were hosting, that is aimed at sustaining infrastructure in South Africa, they spoke and the president also gave his remarks on how important infrastructure is, but also to respect the law as it is, because the government, they are the ones who set the laws. As much as they were like the constitution, is being reviewed. I remember that people, they should go up to the government page there and visit the website and also, give their views on the constitution, on the reviews that they have made. So do make sure that you stay with us on that one. Just to get you into the conversation right there, I see there are people right there on our YouTube, which is Vooka Amahle, the beautiful Vooka Nation that we always wake up to come and see. Right, we're going to start with TK99, the Good Morning Vooka Nation team, and hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Of course, man, glad to have you once again, and can't wait to be with you until the rest and the end of the show. KTTU saying good morning, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Rivugile, hashtag winter is here, hashtag Spusha Skorokoro. We are up and ready for the day.
Hey, are the cars not starting, guys? Are the engines frozen?
Good bird.
Hey, good bird. But don't worry, man. Here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we keep you warmed up and fired up.
Yeah, man. Just switch on the show. Your car will get that dose of positivity.
And it will get that motivation for this Monday to keep going, to start.
Of course. And then I have Zinzi Elizabeth. Good morning. I'm Vooka Amahle. Hashtag Sivugile. It's a new week and a new month. Vooka Nation. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning to you, Miss Zia. And then Miss Tembimni saying a very good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend, even though it's cold. And a happy new week, a new day, and a new month. Hashtag Vooka Nation. Be blessed. Thank you so much, Miss Tembi, for that. Also, you guys be blessed where you are. Take care of yourself. Hector Takalani, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile, hashtag New Week, hashtag Hangover. No, man. Some hangovers.
Baba, last Monday.
No. Wake up on a very positive and a high note, man. Babalas aside, man. Looking forward to good things. It's a Monday, and the motivation is what we are seeking on this beautiful Monday. That hangover needs some motivation. So stay with us, man, because there's a lot of things we're going to be discussing. One of them is something called hypergamy. Right.
Wow.
We're going to be getting deep into the conversation about it. Hypergamy are brilliant women. Right. When it comes to brilliant women, they are redefining romantic norms.
Wow.
It's a conversation that we are going to be getting into. But in terms of asking how was the weekend, on my side, man, I just have to share that when it comes to the side of the football fans, man, it was a great weekend. The champions were reigned.
Hey.
New champions were reigned. It's something that I just want to share with you right there. If you can see on my screen, on Saturday, man, Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan kicked off the UEFA Champions League campaign, which was the last one, 2025-2026 season, which made PSG their first, and they won their first Champions League in their history and era by thrashing, of course, Inter Milan 5-0. I just wish we could just get into this because I was so pissed at what Inzaghi did with the Inter Milan formation. But it's something that we just are going to pass into, just look into what happened around the weekend. And also, speaking of new reigning champions, Pyramids was playing against the Mamelodi Sundowns. Unfortunately, our South African Giants, they lost against the Pyramids on the Total Energies CAF Champions League, 2-1 and 3-2 on aggregate. Hey, man. Sundowns were supposed to bring the second star, because whenever you win the CAF Champions League, you get yourself an lady, right? That means a
ZCC star.
you know, yeah, man. So that what happened, new champions, were crowned. Just want to play some of the few clips, man, just to show you, the goals that took place. This was the goal that actually finalized and made Al Ahly, Pyramids, win the game. So the goal was scored. Immediately they scored. They were 2-0 up and 3-1 on aggregate. And it was a match decider that Pyramids are the champions of the Total Energy CAF Champions League. And also, when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, man, the goal that decided and made everything about the PSG. Young ones, I'm a 2000, definitely getting in the game, man.
Brought it.
Yeah, man, that last goal that sealed the UEFA Champions League for PSG, making them the reigning champions, man. So, yeah, man, just look into, what happened in the weekend. It was crazy.
Look at that goal, man. Look at that goal.
It's beautiful, man. And it's some of the things that, when life change around you, when you are the motivation. Imagine when you move away from a certain club or from a certain company, they start doing well.
Yeah.
So with PSG, man, when it comes to Neymar, Messi, Mbappe was signed from PSG last season. Immediately, he was off. He was the last star player to be signed off, And then there we go. PSG are the reigning champions of UEFA Champions League.
Imagine.
Sometimes, guys, let
others
lash out some of the things, man. But yeah, man, this weekend was the weekend of champions. Yeah, man. So it was great to watch and experience some of them bringing and also experiencing the glory that they have never had in their life. So you'll never know, man. Whether it's 70 years after, 50 years after, glory is waiting for you. That's the nicest thing, man, with patience, right? In which Monday is all about the motivation that we need. So talk to us, man. Use the hashtag, the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Share the live because, man, when it comes to bringing you positivity, we are not going to disappoint you. For now, let us take a short break, and then when we come back, man, we get straight into what we have for today, which is Today in History, Word of the Day, and more to come.
Well, yeah, shopping blossom memory. Yes. Wow. This is Ted, the Wild Irish Comedian. You're watching Vooka Breakfast Show. Tune in every morning, Monday to Friday.
13 minutes minutes till we hit 8 o'clock on the dot, and you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day, located in the heart of Johannesburg. It is Soweto, Dobsonville. That is where we are streaming live and bringing you all of what we call the energetic dose of your day. So, of course, man, before the break, we were just looking into our headlines, on youth empowerment. It's June, man. Youth should go out there and, you know what, they could use a little bit of motivation to keep themselves going. Consistency is what we spoke about with Yeshua Moraka, saying that the youth is inconsistent. And inconsistency, guys, it is a very huge disease that a lot of people need to deal with. Right? So let us look into what do we have for today in history, so that we can give you the best history lesson that you've never had in your life. So let me just get straight into it. Look into the significant historic moments that took place that you and I have never heard of. It is a time to learn some of those new things. So, in 1981, Barbara Walters' iconic interview with Katharine Hepburn. During their conversation, Hepburn mentioned feeling like a thing, possibly a tree. Walter followed up with a now infamous question: what kind of a tree are you? Hepburn humorously replied that she'd hope not to be an elm with Dutch elm disease, and mentioned that everyone would love to be an oak tree for its strength and beauty. Very beautiful, man. I am a tree. And then on the next one, in 2002, The Wire premieres on HBO. The crime drama series created by David Simon and starring Idris Elba and Dominic West made its debut and went on to run for 5 seasons, comprising 60 episodes. Very, very interesting. And then on the last one, in 1875, Alexander Graham Bell's groundbreaking discovery. Bell and Thomas Watson successfully made the first sound transmission, paving the way for development of the telephone. 1875, this day that happened. So if you happen to know some of these things that took place, do make sure that you stay with us, or you comment down below, man, or you can also send your voice note on 06049333226 06049333226. Let's stay connected. And then of course, you know that we always celebrate days. And speaking of days, there are people who were growing up. And last week we had one of our own, which was Refile Rasekhanzo, growing up right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and gave her a special shout out, of course. So let's look into who are the celebrities who are growing up on this month of June. The people who were born in the cold weather, but it doesn't mean they are cold-hearted, right? So we have on our birthdays Wayne Brady, who was born in 1972, right? A multi-talented comedian, actor, and singer known for his improvisational skill on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Happy birthday to Mr. Wayne Brady. And then on the next one, we have Charlie Watts, born in 1941, the legendary drummer of the Rolling Stones, known for his understated yet powerful drumming style. Happy birthday, Mr. Charlie. And then on the next birthday, we have Justin Long, who was born today, 1978. An actor famous for roles in Dodge Ballad, Accepted, and for being the voice of Alvin in the Alvin and Chipmunks. Happy birthday, Mr. Justin. And then we have Marquis de Sade, born in 1740. A French nobleman and writer famous for his libertine lifestyle and controversial works that led to the term sadism. Sadism.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Marquis de Sade. Okay. And then on the last one, we have Mr. Johnny Wismula, who was born in 1904, an Olympic swimmer who later became famous for playing Tarzan in classic Hollywood films. Those are the birthdays that we are celebrating today. If you happen to know anyone who is growing up and you would like to give them a shout out, do make sure that you comment down below right there.
I do.
Yeah?
There's someone who was celebrating their birthday yesterday.
Who?
A lady who is part of the space, a dancer, a choreographer herself, Brave and Nklapo.
Braven.
Yes,
Shout
Braven
out to her,
Tapo was celebrating her birthday yesterday, and she's an amazing performing artist. And yeah, man, I hope that she had a great weekend and a great day yesterday, man.
Yeah, man.
Huge happy belated birthday.
It was a beautiful weekend, as Hector said, #hangover. I hope that she was not a hangover. And looking into the days that we are on the calendar, today is the 153rd day of the year and 154th in a leap years. And we're only left with 212 days left. Amalanga ayahamba and ashumile. 29 weeks are remaining. So those are the weeks that we are remaining till we say goodbye 2025 and hello to 2026. And then when it comes to the days that are celebrated, because each and every day there's a national day that is celebrated right here around the world globally. So today it's called the National Leave the Office Early Day. Oh, thank you, God. The purpose of the day encourage those who work more than 40 hours a week to take a break and leave the office early.
What greater motivation do you need, Vele? That's a great motivation.
It is a very
for
very
Monday,
great one,
because
man.
like if I can leave the office early,
come on.
Man.
Come on, man. Significance of it, a light-hearted reminder to prioritize work-life balance and also self-care. So every time when it's chai, go home. Go home. Like I am motivated, like encouraging you to go home. So yeah, that is it. The National Leave the Office Early Day. I don't know if you are opposing it. You are feel free, man. Feel free to.
I don't think anyone would oppose.
I don't think anyone.
Would oppose.
Especially on a Monday. But TK, they need it.
There's no one who
they
would
need
oppose.
it.
There are people who are obsessed with their jobs.
Yeah, but being
Like,
obsessed doesn't mean
man.
that you want to stay there for longer than
E.g.
you have
me,
to.
but I would leave. I would still leave. As obsessed as I am with the Vooka Breakfast Show, I would leave.
Yo, so there are a lot of people, guys, who are obsessed with their jobs. Like they will tell you, "Oh man, why are we knocking off? Why are we knocking off?
Why are we knocking off?
Okay, do you have some work for me to take home so that I can go work? Or give me the
Those people
keys
need to
the
get a
office,
life.
man.
Those people need to get a life. No, Chief, you
It's
can't
called-
be.
it's called
that
grinding,
obsessed.
though. Grinding.
But
Yeah.
no, Chief, you can't be
We're
staying at the
all
office
on the grind.
longer than you have to. Go get a life, Chief. Go have a drink somewhere. Go fly a kite. Go read a book. Do something, man.
Yeah, man, tell us what you think of those things we've just shared, which is the National Leave the Office Day. And if you still happen to know someone who is growing up and would like to celebrate their birthdays, do make sure that you reach out to us. But you know that we are always, ready, and also we are ready to inform you and teach you about ways of improving your day-to-day vocabulary, which is the word of the day.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Yes, sir. You know that on a day-to-day basis, we try to bring you words that will hopefully be an inclusion in your day-to-day spoken language, and of course, ultimately, your vocabulary. Improve all of those things. And right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show on a day-to-day basis, that's what we give you. And today is no exception whatsoever. On the 2nd of June, 2025, it is a Monday, a cold one, and I'm hating it. A little bit cold. But anyway, let's get to the word. And the word for today is quell. The word for today is quell, and this word is a verb. And how you spell this word is Quell. That's Quell.
I'm familiar with it.
Oh, okay.
Proud of me, man.
Oh, okay. So what, do I always bring words that you're not necessarily that familiar with?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Is that not the point?
Today's one.
Okay.
Today's
I
one.
tried to keep it on a simple side of things. Right? A simple side. So the definition or the meaning of this word is that it is to suppress or put an end to something, typically an unpleasant feeling or situation. To suppress or put an end to something, typically an unpleasant feeling or situation. That's to quell. And how you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. She took a deep breath to quell her nervousness before going live on air. Do you do that?
Hey, I do.
You
Hey,
quell
I do. And
yourself.
then sometimes still I trip. but
Yeah,
then,
you trip on your words and stuff.
And then, man, after
Yeah,
some
man.
time, it's like, okay.
Then you're
Back,
fine.
back,
Yeah. So
back.
she took a deep breath to quell her nervousness before going live on air. And similar words to the word quell is to subdue, to calm, to repress, and to pacify. Those are some of the words that are similar to the word quell. So Wanakohai, tell us, man, how would you use this word in a sentence? TC, talk to me.
Hey, man.
Quell.
Sometimes to quell my need to bite my nails. I do my nails.
Okay.
Yeah, to quell my need to bite my nails. I do my nails.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I wish Stephen was here because this is oil. We are basically oily.
What's that?
It's oil.
Yeah.
No, it's quell.
Like
Yeah.
anything that you do, my brother, you must
The
quell
quell.
it. You must quell
Okay.
it.
The
You know,
quell.
you are ending it.
Okay, use quell in a sentence. Make it.
No, man. If my girl in the relationship comes with the quell, I quell the relationship. What do you mean?
No, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. No, don't encourage him. We need to put a stop and an end to this MMS. Look at my money syndrome.
Aye,
No,
no.
Chief, we need to put an end to it. But yeah, that's the word of the day today on the 2nd of June on a Monday morning. Quell. To suppress or put an end to something, typically an unpleasant feeling or situation. Talk to us. How would you use this word in a sentence? Hit us up across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and TC and Wickets and the rest of the team can share our thoughts, our opinions, and of course, everything else in between.
8 o'clock or top of the hour. Let us take a short break and then give you your latest weather update and news sports headline recap. All right, once again, a very good morning. Here's your recap of your news headliner. On the first headline, Starlink in South Africa, authorities urge service providers to adhere to regulation. ICASA chairperson Mutibi Ramusi has emphasized the importance of proper certification procedures for telecommunication service providers. His statement follows a report of illegal Starlink usage in South Africa. In response, ICASA has deployed team to conduct on-site inspections in affected regions to ensure compliance with regulations. Starlink, the US-based satellite internet provider owned by South African-born billionaire Elon Musk, is not authorized to operate in South Africa. Musk aims to introduce the service to the country but faces regulatory challenges. Local laws mandate that all national network infrastructure and communication service providers must have at least 30% ownership by historically disadvantaged groups, posing a significant hurdle to the Starlink entry into the market. On your next headline, no water shortage in Gauteng, says Majotina. Water and Sanitation Minister Phemi Majotina has assured Gauteng residents that there is no water shortage in the province. During her visit to Meyerton, she evaluated the progress of key infrastructure projects, including the newly completed B16 pipeline aimed at enhancing water capacity in Pretoria, Ekurhuleni and Mpumalanga. This assessment comes as Rainwater continues its major infrastructure repair efforts. The newly completed B16 pipeline is set to enhance water capacity in Pretoria, Ekurhuleni and Mpumalanga, supporting infrastructure improvements aimed at stabilizing supply in these regions. On your next headline, Youth Month Initiative, a seat at the table, seeks to assist pupils with career guidance. Youth Month has begun focusing on the theme Skills for the Changing World, empowering youth for meaningful economic participation. A seat at the table, an organization dedicated to youth development, is working to equip young people with the skills and opportunities needed to become global leaders. Connect Education, part of a seat at the table, provides students with career guidance, mentorship and bursary opportunities to support their academic and professional growth. That's all for your news headlines. Now let's head over to your sports news. Starting off with your first one, basketball news. Pacers reach NBA Finals as Knicks fall short. Pascal Siakam led the Indiana Pacers to a 4-2 series win, earning MVP honors with 31 points and 3 blocks in the final game. He scored over 30 points in 3 of 4 victories. The Pacers now face the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals. Starting Thursday, Tyrese Haliburton contributed 21 points, 13 assists, while Obi Toppin added 18 points off the bench. The Knicks, despite OG Anunoby's 24 points and Karl Anthony's Town 22, struggled with an 18-10 overs. A strong third quarter run secured Indiana's win, marking their return to the championship stage. On the Formula One news, Stroll misses Spanish Grand Prix with an injury after losing temper. Lance Stroll will miss the Spanish Grand Prix due to wrist pain linked to his 2023 surgery after breaking both wrists in a cycling accident. He will undergo another operation, putting his participation in Canada 13 to 15 June in doubt, with reserve drivers Felipe Drugovich and Stoffel van Doorn racing at Le Mans. His replacement is unclear. Stroll also received an official warning from the FIA for missing weigh-in after qualifying, citing pain as the reason. This follows past frustrations, including a heated outburst in Qatar 2023. Aston Martin confirmed his injury and temper issues were unrelated. On the rugby news, Bradley Davids, the hero as Sharks edge Munster in a dramatic URC penalty shootout. Bradley Davids sealed the Sharks' place in the URC semi-finals with a decisive penalty in a historic place kick shootout against Munster. The Sharks trailed 0-7 at half-time, struggling with inconsistency while Munster looked clinical, leading 21-10 in the second half. Tries from Ethan Hooker, Apelele Fasi and Fez Mbata brought the Sharks back, but a late Conor Murray penalty forced extra time. After 100 minutes, the shootout saw Jaden and Jordan Hendricks along with Davids step up. Munster missed one attempt and Davids calmly drilled the winner, securing the Sharks' first ever semi-final berth. On the football news, ruthless PSG sealed Champions League glory with crushing win over Inter Milan. PSG secured their first ever Champions League title with a dominant 5-0 victory over Inter Milan, led by a 19-year-old Desire duo who scored twice, assisted once and won man of the match. The French champions controlled possession early, with Achraf Hakimi, Chifa Kvaratskhelia and Sini Mayulu also finding the net. Inter struggled offensively while PSG's relentless attacks left no room for a comeback. Duo stellar performance sealed the win, ending a standing ovation. As the final whistle blew, PSG celebrated their historic triumph, finally overcoming years of near misses on Europe's biggest stage. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. Now, let us give you your traffic recap with TC standing by.
And now, Vooka Nation, let's keep you safe on those roads with your recap of the traffic update. There is a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound at Chris Honey Road that is causing traffic with the right lane being closed. There is another crash on the N12 R24 westbound before Galuli's. The left emergency lane is closed. Another crash has been reported on the N12 westbound after the Snake Road M45, and the emergency lane is closed, causing slow-moving traffic. A stationary vehicle on the N12 northbound after the ramp from the Malibonga Drive R512. One of 4 lanes is closed from the ramp on the Malibonga Drive. That's all from me for your traffic. If you do happen to be on the road and do notice any traffic disruptions, do make sure to share your traffic updates using hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and hashtag Vooka Traffic, or send us a voice note using the number 060-493-3226. Now, let's get back to your energetic start to the day.
Of course, 9 minutes past 8, it is the time, and I hope that you got those news, sports headlines recap. Share with us on our social media platform by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, if you happen to know something when you are on the roads or when it comes to the headlines that we've shared with you, do make sure that you share them with us. Let us discuss and let us keep ourselves well updated and informative with the things that are happening and taking place right here in our country. So a reminder that we are live on YouTube or Facebook, so do make sure that you share the live with your friends and family so that we can get ourselves this Monday motivation on a very high note. So all you need to do is just type of Vooka Breakfast Show, and also you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and also on X. We are at Vooka Daily. That's all you need to do right there. Before the break, of course, we were discussing some of the things that were concerning you, man. We were speaking about what happened in the weekend, and also went through a word of the day, which I still find it as well, right? Just tell us, man, how you can use
wrong. You're teaching people the wrong things.
Wrong.
You're teaching people
Welcome
the
to
wrong
the world
things.
of AMA 2000. We are taking over.
Plus,
Right.
it's Youth Month, I get it.
It's Youth Month, man. So, AMA 2000, they must do the most. They must come and show us what they have, man. And I'm just glad that we're also going to be in the space where the youth are going to be showcasing some of their businesses. We're going to be sharing with you at when the event is going to be taking place. So stay with us as we're going to be updating you with those ones. And then Hector Takalane coming right there on YouTube saying, hashtag Mo, the minute I get to work, just after 5 minutes, I want to leave. No, my friend, you must love your job. Love what you do. Put the passion, and I have read right now so many articles, especially Vusi Tembekwayo was like, nowadays, man, passion doesn't work. You need to be obsessed with what you love.
True.
Yeah, like a passion just, puts you halfway. But obsession puts you all the way in.
Amen. But obsession can be so unhealthy, because
Yeah.
then what happens to that work-life balance? Of which today,
gets
being
broken.
National Leave Work Early
It gets broken.
Day,
Yeah.
it's trying to encourage.
Wait, are you encouraging people to break it?
Yeah,
This
you're
is-
trying to encourage people to burn out.
As much as we break the stigma, we need to break this one.
What stigma? What are you talking about?
It's the stigma, man. The stigma. So, guys,
Break it.
you need to put in the work, man. You need to be obsessed with what you're doing. If you love it, though, I'm not saying be obsessive with, a job that you don't like, man. Like, come on, man. Come on. I saw this other video on TikTok of this girl, she is a waiter at this restaurant, and you see she's mean, man, to customers. What do you want? And the caption says, this is the job that I prayed for. Me at the job that I prayed for. There we go. God was like, take my child. It's you. But now speaking of, getting motivated and getting the energy that you need. Right here, I want us to discuss something. As much as I'm still putting that topic, which is hypogamy. A brilliant women, man, redefining romantic. I want to hear from you. But now we're going to be talking about the mid-year motivation. Reassess and re-energize your goals. Right? So, is it true that by June, most of us have already forgotten the resolutions we made in January?
I can believe that.
I can also believe that because
six months is a lot.
It is.
Yeah. And then today, of course, we're exploring the power of mid-year check-in, the time to reassess and re-energize your goals. Studies shows that only 9% of the New Year's resolution are kept long-term. Could this mid-year reflection be the spark we need to refocus and reignite our passion? So, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to giving our goals a mid-year boost? I know that you guys had some of the resolutions. I know. Everyone does resolutions.
Well,
who doesn't do resolutions, guys?
I mean, if you attended e-vision board and pizza, I'm really holding you accountable. I remember saying to everybody that attended vision board and pizza, I'm like, everything you are putting on your vision board, I want to check in with you when the year is like, on its halfway mark. If you guys have achieved, and I won't lie, I've been seeing Sino, she was one of the people who said that, she wants to run a certain marathon. And she has been taking part in marathons. This girl, every time I check, I just happen to be on Instagram or on Facebook, she ran something. She ran a marathon or something. So I know some of the people that were attended vision board and pizza and made their vision boards have been keeping up with their goals. The Vooka Breakfast Show, Afri Berry made one for Vooka Breakfast Show. I don't know.
What was the goal now?
What was the goal actually? Okay, before I say no, what was the thing?
I don't. That's why I wish she can. That's why when she comes in,
she will come and
explain
we
should go. We should go to Curiosity and revisit. So the thing is, me personally, that's why I'm a very individualistic thinker.
Did you make a resolution?
No, I don't. I'm not a resolution person in general. I approach life and a day-to-day basis as it comes. So I'm not one of those people who says, don't get me wrong, there are things that I want to achieve and fulfill and, all of those things. But for me personally, on a very personal level, I feel like there comes a sense of pressure with visions. It's a good motivator saying I want to achieve this by this time but hey, life, there's so much that happens in life and you don't necessarily get to do all of those things that you want. So as opposed to nakiking as a pressure, I would rather approach it and do those things as they come and when they come. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Personally, I feel like for me having those New Year resolutions, it makes me realign with the purpose that I have. So I think it's a good thing that we need to have those resolutions. And we know, guys, that traditionally January is a time of a promise when we set ambitious goals and resolution. But as June approaches, reality sets in and many of us find our momentum fading. Studies have also shown that only about 9% of New Year resolutions are sustained. I'm part of the 9%. In our ever-changing South African landscape with its unique challenges and vibrant opportunities, a mid-year reassessment can exactly, what we need. Whether it's in business, personal finance, or self-growth, now is the moment to adjust our plans and get back on track. Right. So now let's dive into the heart of the matter. There's a debate here. So on one side, some say sticking resolutely to our original goals is a proof to discipline, a sign of unwavering commitment. They argue that changing course mid-year might be seen of lack of persistence. Right. So many of today's thinkers believe that recalibrating our goals in response to life's twists and turns tense is not a failure. It's smart, adaptive planning in an unpredictable economic and social environment here in South Africa. Sometimes life demands that we adjust our aspiration. So is changing our goals a sign of weakness? Or is it necessary to step towards genuine, realistic progress? Of course, man, while these contrasting views certainly spark a debate, it raises an important question that all of us need to answer and answer right now. What does this mean for us here? Do you think re-evaluating your goals mid-year shows a strategic pivot or a loss of momentum? Talk to me.
It's subjective, man. You see,
How not gold?
The thing is, no, man. You see, my problem with these statements in society is that we try to generalize and want to make it a standard thing across the board, which can't apply. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We are different individuals made up of different character builds, different styles of thinking, different levels of reasoning capacity.
Yeah.
You know, different levels of education and whatnot. There's a lot of contributing variables and factors that come into these things, and we try to make it a standard thing, and you can't have everyone the same. Like then the world would not be what it is today. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yes, to some extent, to some people it could be viewed as a lack of persistency and consistency.
Yeah.
Like you just mentioned in that thing that you just read, more life happens, guys. There's a lot. By June, I had thought that I would have saved 30,000, and something could have happened in life. God forbid, an accident, a passing in the family, something. There's a lot. One understand that anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. God forbid that it's a bad thing, but 30,000 you spend it on something else that you did not completely plan on. Would I say then you are not consistent or persistent in your goals?
You are. You just adapt your
exactly
goals according to your
the situation and the circumstance that you find yourself in. So that's just the thing for me. It's subjective. It differs from individual to individual.
Yeah. So talk to us right there, man. #Vooka Breakfast Show. Do you think when you change your goals, during the year, it's a sign of you being weaker and not being committed to the goals that you've set yourself? Because you had resolutions in January. You said, you know what, this January, I want to save this amount of money. And this January or this year, I want to stop being arrogant. Because these are some of the goals that some of the people need to deal with. Other people, they're also dealing with self-esteem, building confidence. This year, I want to build my confidence so that whenever I come into the room, it shines, man. I bring the light into the room. As much as we see, man. Yeah.
Well, a power tip that I want to share again from somebody who's been on our show, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show for a Motivational Monday, who came and did obviously a book review. Power tip of the day by UTDRMP Kolopane. So that was Mpo Kolopane. A power tip that he did, which is on the page 9. Don't worry about how you're getting there.
Yeah.
Just focus on where you're going. Have direction.
Very beautiful and profound words, man. And shout out to Mr. Mpo Kolopane. He was here joining us, sharing that.
Our first guest, actually.
Sharing on book review, man. So definitely we should talk about that book. So as we have unpacked, man, today, this media check-in isn't about admitting defeat, right? It's about seizing a moment to realign and re-energize. For many South Africans, this isn't a sign of giving up. Rather, it's a statement of adaptability and self-awareness. Whether you decide to stick with your original plan or pivot to better suit your current reality, remember that personal growth is an ongoing journey filled with recalibration and triumphs. As you guys mentioned, that sometimes, man, things happen. You have... you are trying to work on this goal and then something happens. Now you have to change your direction. It's happening and we see it each and every day in our lives. Whereby, yes, man, you wanted to save this, you wanted to become this person. But now, your circle is the one that you still need to deal with, because it is actually preventing you to become the person that you are. So have you ever found yourself in that instance, whereby you want to become this person, you want to do this, but now certain things are preventing you from doing those things that you want to do for yourself?
Yes, I have. I found that many times it would have to be a thing of. I want people to know that self-improvement or personal growth is a journey.
Yeah.
It's actually in the way that you're getting there that you learn the lessons on when you get to your destination that you would have had to learn in order for your destination to make sense of why you had to go through all those things you went through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had that thing, Guti. I'm trying to be better mentally, spiritually, physically, but the situation in that time is not allowing me. So then it would have to be, it's just me dealing with the situation in order to be able to deal and go forth with my goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern day crises and challenges is what we are facing. And I think the key aspect in this life, man, is to adapt. Because
adaptability fluidity is important in today's society, especially with things being here today and gone tomorrow, trends and things being so fast paced. Adaptability and fluidity is a skill. It's actually a life changing, and it's a life skill that one has to equip themselves with. Because I find that when you're rigid and you're, as much as yes, it can help when it keep you grounded and keep you focused. Certain aspects of your life need that consistency, that rigidity, but others need for you to be fluid and adaptable, and that's why you
malleable.
So that's why you need to know which of those things require you to be fluid and adaptable, and which ones require you to be rigid and grounded. Yeah,
very interesting, man. There you have it right there. If you're watching, some compelling insight on media, motivation, and goal reassessment. We'd love to hear your thoughts, man. So drop us a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. And I hope that you can see the poll that's up there. So let me just read the poll for you if you are listening. So what's your approach to media goal reassessment? I have a 4 option. All you need to do is to vote on one that you think it goes with you. So the first one is to stick to original goals. The second one is to adapt and pivot. Third one is create new goals. And then the fourth one is you're not sure yet. Tell what you must. We'll see.
Life will life.
Yeah,
man.
that's what they say in Fitu. God is there, bro.
Do you know that video? Do you know that video that came up in 2016, 2017 of that young boy? The Bagori ground, Masama ground in the end. So these guys are asking him questions. So the older guys are like to him, Imagine more kulu funu kubai, nata, no my someone a pambi, someone a pambi, no my and then it's like, okay, shoe, that's funny.
Stay focused.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is, Mo. But I can't wait to hear from the Vooka Nation as to what their thoughts are when it comes to this thing.
Yeah, definitely, man. Talk to us on our socials. Let me just go and see who is there and what are people saying. And I have a new 2 comments from Refila Rasakhanzo saying hashtag Amavuka Amahle, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. It's also Pride Month. Shout out to the Rainbow Nation.
Oh yes.
Shout out to the
another
nation.
Another great one is that. I love that.
And then Gusto coming all the way saying halfway through the year, people forget all their New Year's resolution. Yes, sir. Almost 90% of the population does that. But we have explained it, man. We've got deep into it and spoke into what really causes that. But yeah, 26 minutes past 8, it is the time. Let us just take a short break. And then when we come back, man, another discussion is waiting for us right here, which is hypogamy. You're asking yourself, man, what is that? Don't go anywhere. You will find out after the break.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swellapil Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swellapil Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Hey family.
Hi,
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss
my name is Kate Mnguni.
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
This is Ted, the Wild Irish Comedian. You're watching Vooka Breakfast Show. Tune in every morning, Monday to Friday.
27 minutes past 8, you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. Do make sure that you connect with us on all social media platforms. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Talk to us. Before the break, we're speaking about people reassessing mid-year. Your slump. You're called a slump. Actually, when you have goals. And then towards the middle of the year, you're like, man, what goals?
So
God is my goal.
So lungisa, man.
God is my goal, bruh.
So lungisa.
Yeah,
You know, I
boy,
used to say that
yeah.
with my friends back in high school. And then every time again, would ask each other, TC, did you do your homework? Did you do that? I say lungisa. Ah, man, yeah,
So
man.
Lungisa, man. Very interesting, man. And as we brought another one, which is hypogamy. And the question is, are brilliant women redefining romantic norms? Right?
I don't want to get into this one.
So
Why?
No.
Why?
It's a
No,
conversation.
it's not a
I'm all for
patriarchy
this.
thing.
It's a conversation. It's a conversation for everyone. So I overheard a conversation where someone said these days brilliant women are choosing partners who simply don't meet the traditional upward criteria. It sounds surprising, I know, for most of the people. So today we are exploring the concept of hypogamy, the idea that highly educated, successful women are embracing relationships that defy old marry-up norm. Could this be a shift towards more genuine, heart-led connection?
Yes.
What are your
No.
thoughts?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Based on what the definition of hypogamy is, no.
Yes.
Okay, let's define. Let's define. Before we get into it, let's define. So hypogamy means marrying someone of a lower social status, class, or education level than oneself. It's the opposite of hypergamy, where someone marries into a higher status in some societies. Or into a high status. In some societies, this practice can challenge traditional patterns of marriage and gender roles.
Yeah.
So you are for hypogamy.
I'm for all of them because
Hypogamy.
yeah,
There's
like
hyper that is practiced by men back those days when they were in the working class.
Yes.
They would marry a woman, who is
Of a higher status.
Yeah.
Hyper with the ER is marrying higher. Hypo is marrying lower. So
Less
you are for
educated.
both when and less educated. Motho mo phalanga tlhaloganyo. Choro ba tlo chao, ba tlo challenge you. That's what you mean. That's what it
no,
incites though.
essentially,
Fair,
perhaps he challenges you in other areas. The
Yeah,
thing
but
is-
how, though?
No, guys, you don't understand one thing, right? Education, intellect, and being smart are not the same thing.
Fair. I'll give
Yes.
that to you.
Do you
Fair.
understand?
Sure, absolutely.
So when
Agreed.
you are educated, that means you are academic. You know things according to the book. Maybe this man is street smart. He isn't book smart, but he's street smart. And because of
but
that,
but
right?
that's one aspect of it. It says social class. It says society. It says the circles that you run in. It says your reasoning capacity. It says your perspective. That's what it essentially means. Hypo. You're marrying lower. You're marrying down. Truth is, lo muntu uyamhlula essentially in more than one aspect of life.
guys.
It does though. That's what it incites though.
Okay.
So some of the women said that men who are less educated have more on the traditional views of a relationship. So
I mean,
that's
it's a
how,
possibility.
Yeah. So that's how they get themselves into this hypogamy concept. So we just want to hear from you, men. Traditionally, our society has celebrated hypogamy, where the expectation was that women should marry up, seeking partners with equal or higher education and socio-economic status. However, recent trends, as highlighted in an MSN article, suggest a growing acceptance of hypogamy. Here, brilliant women are increasingly choosing partners who may not have the traditional markers of success, yet offer genuine compatibility, emotional connection, and a refreshing challenge to outdated standards.
I mean, I hear that. Fair. I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. But what the thing insinuates, the term hypogamy, it insinuates that chances are, in a lot of aspects, to a huge extent, to a very
It's
large
not that
extent.
I don't want to be challenged. It's just that I'm looking for somebody who's going to be genuinely for me. And not to say somebody who's intellectual or, academic cannot be that. But
Fair.
I found that they're more emotionally disconnected. So that's why.
That's why you'd go lower and maybe someone of
exactly,
a lower
but
social status.
I also don't mind being with somebody who is of a higher social status than I am, as long as we are compatible. Compatibility means a lot in a relationship,
Absolutely,
guys.
I agree.
It speaks to how you guys handle challenges together, and how you guys are going to be able to sort out the challenges you face. Trust me, it's important.
You know what it insinuates for me?
Comprehension, that understanding.
Exactly. I'm about to get to that. You know what
It's
it
important.
insinuates for me? And this is a discussion that when we have as gents in general about girls, right? Especially dating younger girls. That's why I have a challenge in Nagili Musi. Me personally. And the thing is that you are, imagine yourself now as a 34, 35-year-old lady, ne? Or 22 years. Like, are you going to see eye to eye on a lot of things?
I know a guy whose mom is married to a younger man.
Let's now. Don't tell us about our mother, because the ER one. It goes back to that one where women were expected in society to marry higher, so that for success, family problems, whatever. There were a lot of things, right? As contributors, can you agree on that? Let's talk now. Now, can you, as a 33-year-old, have a proper, genuine sit down 3 hours?
Not 33.
I'm just making an example, right? But can you sit down? I mean, that's the thing, Mo. Like, imagine a 30-year-old guy, actually 19 years, like, let's take it away
But
from the
it's-
bedroom. Let's take away from the bedroom.
What about, it's a thing of, like they say, genuine connection.
Yeah, but on what level, though?
Perhaps you're connecting on the sense that maybe the younger girl is connecting to your inner child.
Emotionally.
So,
Yes.
meaning.
No, it's not gore o na le bokoa, but you guys, sometimes that part of you is the most genuine part of you, and it's the part of you want to show but cannot in a normal setting.
Yeah. So right now, let's dive into the heart of the matter. There's a heated debate, of course, on this topic, right? On one side, critics argue that deviating from the social script could lead to imbalances or undermine long-established aspirations. Some say that choosing a partner down the social ladder might even diminish one's own achievements. Conversely, many modern voices see hypogamy as a bold rejection of superficial expectations. They believe this trend is not about marrying down at all, but rather about seeking real partnership, emotional intelligence, and mutual growth in today's challenging and economic landscape, and against the backdrop of South Africa's unique social dynamics. Is it time we redefine what makes a relationship successful? Right, vividly contrast the traditional view with the emerging modern narrative. We must use those real life scenarios that we see, the real aspects of what leads up to the elements and components of what really makes a relationship, because people have different attraction to someone.
True.
Emotionally attracted, mentally attracted, maybe financially
Sapiosexuals, asexuals. We've got so many sexual orientations. So why is it that
just marry your
you
equal?
cannot-
Just marry your equal.
Yeah.
And marry your equal, essentially, because it's marrying down. The definition of hypogamy is marrying down.
Okay, maybe the definition
Exactly.
is problematic.
No, that's it. Like, there's no other way. There's no going around it and saying, no, ma, maybe we're compatible. He brings out my inner child. You're marrying down. The fact is, you are marrying down. And marrying down, chances are, like, imagine if you are in a relationship and you're the lady and you have more money than the guy.
Yeah, so
There's no problem. So, sure, fair, but let's not shy away from the fact that it's going to play into, you're going to want to wear the pants at some point in the relationship. You are going to, because of your of your financial status. You are going to want to make decisions for the baby. Because I don't have money, and I want to go. And
Then
I'm the
go
one
if
as
you
the man.
can get the
Yeah, but
money
I
to
don't
go.
have the money. You know that. So you're making that decision and giving me an ultimatum because you know exactly vele gore I won't be able to get sena tšhelete ya gago. You know,
the
am I
people you
lying?
guys are dating,
No,
yeah.
no, but these are things that are happening now. Marrying down, guys. It's like dating down. Yes, nka tšola le sister e na le 45 gona no, but there's a point where I don't top nka tlhaloganyo o motho o motona essentially. Like there's no shying away from it. There
Yeah.
isn't, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
So whether you're marrying up or marrying down, like gona le o phalang o mong ka tlhaloganyo, ra fiketsana.
Yeah.
Am I wrong though?
Yeah.
Do you not see that way? Or does it make sense?
Even in other relationships where you say it's your equal.
I mean,
you
equal
can
is
never be
subjective.
equal
I'm sure.
to anybody,
But
because
there's
you
a-
are Musi,
there's
I'm
way-
TC.
absolutely.
As much as we both went to affluent schools and whatnot, but Oksalayo, my knowledge of life and your knowledge of life, there's so many contributing
Fair.
factors to what makes me and
And what makes me
you,
yeah,
what makes you
absolutely.
you, right? And when we come into an argument or when we face challenges, there's ways that we will deal with
Approach it.
that are not going to be the same.
Fair.
Either way, whether we are both from an affluent background or not.
My thing is disparity. If you're here and I'm here, the middle ground or finding common ground, you and I, is going to be a very huge challenge, and it's going to be one thing that we have to go over, as opposed to facing the challenges and the things that we're facing in life.
Hey,
As
love
opposed to
conquers all.
when you're 35, when you're 35 and I'm 33 or 32 or 30. There isn't, you can lower yourself up, I can try and raise myself up. And it might not be on an exact, level ground, but we are not too far as opposed to.
I am a living example that love conquers all. My mom and my dad. My mom was older than my dad, and my dad approached my mom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, you have to know what she's about that.
Age is just a number. So as we've unpacked today, the debate over hypergamy reveals much more than changing dating norms. It reflects our evolving ideas about success, connection, and also self-worth. Right? For many brilliant South African women, this trend isn't all from grace, but an assertion of independence and authenticity. Whether hypergamy leads to empowered, balanced partnership or poses new challenges, our discussion today reminds us that relationships are as unique and complex as the people inside of those relationships, man. And there you have it, man. Some fascinating insight on this topic. We'd love to hear some of your thoughts, so drop us a comment down below and keep the conversation going. I see there another poll is up right there on YouTube. So let me just go through it if you are listening. So
Yes, sir.
it says, what are your thoughts on hypergamy? The idea that highly educated, successful women are embracing relationships that defy the old marry up norm. The first one, is it a genuine connection? Second, changing norms. Third one, surprising trend. 4, you've got no opinion. You don't stand ground. Whatever goes for you, it goes. Which is, yeah, it's valid, man. So, I'm going to YouTube right there. I have a hot sauce sensor. Big ups,
Hey, Kecha, come on, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kecha, I see you, my brother. I see you.
And then
yes, sir.
Hector saying, ha, TC. Hey, yo, I'm not. Musi is right. The age gap, it's not ideal. Right? And then Banele coming and saying, so, a doctor must marry a doctor. Nurse, a nurse. Artist, an artist. Umahlalela, umahlalela. Personally, I want someone to take care of me as I go and hustle. Right? Bring the money. As some of the women will say, bring the grocery, I cook you the meal.
Yes.
I mean, look, man, if that's one way of going about it, the thing is, like I said, all of these things are subjective. And that's not what I'm trying to say when I say just be in your own class, right? As an artist, I don't necessarily have to marry an artist or end up being with an artist in my life. You understand? But in my thing, I'm approaching it from what's this reasoning capacity thing, man? You understand that? Like, imagine yourself. Think back when you were 25, right? When you were 25, my age, because I'm 25 now.
Okay.
When you were 25, would you have dated a boy who's in matric? Think of yourself when you were when you were 25. You understand? Ntwana enyane fele fresh emnati. Yabona into encane hi sisi kunjani sharp hey look man
Hey, man.
ngizibonela wena do you get what I'm trying to say o tlo bua eng le ngwana o sampa kola LO a policha ditlhako tsa sekolo that's my thing
Clearly, I'm going to matric dance.
ngiyayibona ngicela ungitshayele matric dance outfit asiya ku after party nabangani bami
Hey,
Wangana
maybe
zela.
you
So,
have a mothering kink, okay? And that's
yes,
something
whatever.
that
It doesn't
want.
mean you have to feed it to him or buy into it. But that's my thing, you know.
yeah.
Yes, age is not necessarily a thing, but there's a disparity, guys. If it's too big a gap, we are not going to be able to find same footing. It's going to be a challenge just finding same footing. What more says now we have to buy into things like where do you come from, like your perspective on or your outlook on the world and things like that. Like it's just too much. It's too much work.
Yeah.
5-6 years at most. Don't marry up, don't marry down. Be on the same level. It doesn't mean career-wise we have to be in the same career or the same field, you know. But so that when we let's take then what I say to a lot of guys when we have this conversation more is because take Kamore away from the conversation. Take being in the bedroom away from the conversation or from the table. Can you sit with this person for 3 to 4 hours and have a proper engagement, a proper conversation where you walk away having learned at least one thing? Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's where I'm coming from with it. Like, if you can't do that, then this person is clearly not for you. Whether financially or education-wise or street-wise or book-wise or whatever the case is, if you can't take away something from this person, then I chief reevaluate.
Let the conversation keep on going right there on our social media platforms. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Just let us know what you think about hypogamy in contrast. Right. So 17 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break because Miss Nontozake Susan Ramekwa is right here in the studio. So after the break, the conversation is going to continue with her. So you do not want to miss that. She is a social worker. So if you've got any question, do make sure that you post them right there on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook. So let us take a short break and then we get straight into the conversation after this.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my man. CC Shabalala Wakabazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Banele Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the topic update. Right now, we are going to N1 Southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information. So, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, from school, right? I'm going to give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketu Mguni.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swell Appeal Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swell Appeal Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Spread your love and hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love and hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love
One, two, two, 1, 2. 4. Buzz is there. But the speaker.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show is what we do on a day-to-day basis, bringing you amazing and great people who are doing amazing work, and today is no exception whatsoever. You know that on a Monday to Monday basis, we try to bring you people who are moving and shaking our communities, and I can't wait to jump into the conversation because today I have someone from right here at home in Dobsonville, and you know, off camera as we're trying to set up this side, she came along with her daughter, and she's saying that she remembers me from like 9 years ago when we were at a funeral and I was singing there, and it was just heartwarming to hear some of those things. But I hope that you will jump into the conversation with us and share your thoughts and your opinions across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. I'm about to get into a conversation with Ntozake Susan Ramaekwa, but affectionately known as Zake, like she mentioned, and I can't wait to get into that. Ntozake is the founder, I'm assuming, of Tsepang program, which is a child and welfare program, right? Yes. That you are running. So welcome. Thank you once again for we appreciate. So let's quickly jump into it. For someone who perhaps also Tsepang program and what is the aim, please just very quickly to explain the purpose of the Tsepang program.
Okay, thank you so much. It's an honor to be on
absolutely
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Absolutely.
Okay, yes, the Tsepang program. It's a program for orphaned and vulnerable children.
Yes.
Now, I was born in Dobsonville, but the program, I've started it at Princess Informal Settlement in Rodiport. Yes. That's where it is running. We started in 2006. So this year, we are actually 19 years running the program.
Wow.
And what we do, we provide daily meals for children because, you know, right now in our country, many people are unemployed, and that affects children the most because then they don't have anything to eat at home. They don't eat nutritious food as they are supposed to. So our program provides daily meals for children. We also help them with their homework. We also make sure that they are taught because they are children. In terms of decision making, they must know that even choosing peers, it is important what kind of peers surround you. But our main aim of starting this program was to ensure that children, despite their circumstances, despite what is happening around their homes, they become resilient and they are able to pursue their aspirations in life. So basically, our main aim is to make sure that children believe in themselves.
Oh, wow.
Children are allowed to dream.
Yes.
Children are allowed to see themselves beyond the poverty line. And they must know that they have the potential in themselves to turn the tides, to break the cycle of poverty, the cycle of substance abuse, whatever social ills that exist within their households and within their community.
I love that. I love how you say choosing your peers. Because it goes back to the statement of show me your friends.
Yes.
And I'll tell you who you
are. Exactly.
By just seeing your friends and how they perceive themselves and how they act, I am able to have an idea.
Yes.
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 Because of batho a tsamayang le bona. I love that.
Yes, yes.
Actually, now that you mentioned, because I went to Princess High, it sounds
yes,
familiar.
yes,
Tshepang
yes.
program, yes. It sounds
Definitely,
very
yes.
familiar, very familiar. So now let's talk about you as an individual. You know, the inspiration that you had in terms of starting the program or being involved and part of the program, because you left the Johannesburg Child Welfare and started this initiative. What was the reason? What was the purpose? What was the drive to say, I'm going to leave my own thing and I'll start this and it will be aimed at this?
Yes. Okay. When I grew up, as I grew up in Dobsonville, as I've said, and around that time, you can imagine, there were so many families where there was a lot of abuse. Even in my own family, there was a lot of child abuse. My mom also was abused by my father. My father stressed the importance of education. But in terms of abuse and what I was seeing also around in the community, it really touched me. I don't know how, but I think it was God's plan. But it became a very, very serious concern for me at a very early age. And I saw that many children were dropping out of school. If you remember, I was staying at Block 7.
Oh.
You can imagine that, that
the
area by that time. We had a big beer hall at the end of the street, which is close to the stadium.
Yeah.
Many men were drinking
Yes.
a lot. It was very sad for the children that even they could not be provided well in terms of their school requirements and all of that. It touched me. It really touched me very deeply. And I decided that I think I was in high school. I decided that, you know what, I need to choose a career that will help me to make a difference. Not only make a difference, but make a difference in the life of a child.
Oh, wow.
So since I saw that social work would be my career. My father wanted me to be a doctor. I was very good in maths and physics and biology. I was an A student, you know, and I did not have a problem at all. But my issue was that I felt being a doctor was not going to give me what I want. It was not going to make me to do what I would do in the way that I want to do it, you know. Then I chose a social work, which was not easy for him to accept, but because I wanted to study, he wanted me to have a foundation so that even when he's not there, I'll be able to stand on my own. So I became a social worker and I qualified in 1988. I started working in 1989 as a social worker.
Wow.
Believe you me, since from that time until now, my life has focused on a child.
Wow.
I have not been on any other fields except the field that concerns or makes a difference in the life of a child. So I dedicated my life. I made a commitment that I will make sure that the children that are in our community are well taken care of. And they are able to also have an opportunity and change the cycles in their families.
Wow.
That is my mission. That is my life. That is what I live and I will die for.
You exude, you ooze of that energy. You can hear the passion coming from you. And I love that. I'm someone who's really, really big on people following their passion.
Yes.
I took a stance in high school. Princess. And I told myself I'm going to be involved in the arts and how I will make a contribution to the world is through the arts and craft. And you know, a lot of people growing up, yes, go be a doctor, Zaki. Go do this, go do that, go, you know, but if it's not your calling, because I believe that we all have a calling. And it really sounds like you followed your own calling. I mean, from high school yourself. So I mean, it also sounds like you have a strong belief that there is importance in this work, right? So is there a moment that reinforced, you know what, this is the work that I'm called for, and this is the work that I should be doing, and I'll dedicate my life? Because, I mean, you've been doing it since 1989. It's 2025. I'm sure there have been plenty moments where you felt like, wait again, because of this really makes me believe that I took the right path and this is the work that I was called to do.
Yes. I must say that it has not been easy.
Yeah.
The road has been very, very difficult.
Yeah.
But I've seen God pulling us through.
Oh, wow.
Throughout all these years. There were times when we were not even funded by the department.
Oh, wow.
When we were not even, when it was difficult to even find any kind of sponsor. But amazingly, and through prayer, I'm a very prayerful woman.
Oh, wow.
I believe in God with all my heart.
Yeah.
And I've seen him, even in difficult times, bringing people coming to come and help when we were at our lowest. I remember when I started the program, I did not start it because I had a lot of money, but I started it because I decided at some point that, you know what, I've worked for many organizations, and I think I was at a stage, as you said, I was an assistant director by then. So I had experience in all the fields. So I felt, you know what, I want to do things my way. My name is Nonto Zake. So I think that also drove me. Yes, that I want to do things my way, a way that I know that I'm making a difference. Not in the way of the founder, Johannesburg Child Welfare, whom I don't even know. You know. So I said I wanted to do things my way. When I started, I had no money at all.
Wow.
And we pulled through. We pulled through. People were coming to help. That made me to see that there is a higher power.
Oh, wow.
This is what I should be doing, because there were instances where we could have closed.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was difficult. We could have closed. Believe you me, every time when we needed food and we had nothing, there would be a phone call coming in. Hi, Mama, how can we help you? There would be people coming. You know, even the schools around me, Bodi Adelar, Bo Princess High,
yes.
They are giving us so much support. Bo Dr. Havenga, they would come at the right point. People that I don't even know, they will just say, we saw you we saw your website, we saw your name, how can we help you? So that convinced me that there is no way that I will go back. There is no way that I will leave this, whether I have or I don't have. But someone is looking out for these children.
Wow.
And I am the one that is using to make a difference in their lives. Yes.
I love that. Such inspiring work. An inspiring work. I feel like we need a whole lot of more people like yourself, or even the thinking, the mindset.
Yes.
We need to be a helpful people in our communities. We need to be people who are willing to extend a helping hand to the next person, especially to children. I remember I went to school with some of the children who lived in that area.
Yes.
And sometimes when they would tell you the struggles and the challenges that they are facing, more community Princess,
yes.
It wasn't an easy one. And at the time, we don't know how to help ourselves, or how to be there for a classmate or a friend or a schoolmate. So I love the work, very inspiring work. So, I mean, it's 19 years later now since the inception of the Tsepang program.
Yes.
Have you seen, or have you found that there's been growth in the program over the years? Has there been or has it been standard since it's the same, or has there been a decline? I mean, especially after COVID, 2020.
Yes.
A lot of programs saw that, like you just mentioned, they had to close because of funds.
Yes.
They had to close because of other variable factors. 2021, we saw the looting that took place. That also made a lot of businesses step back now. So has there been involvement in the Tsepang program after 19 years? Or has it been just a steady thing where you found
Yes. When I started this program, I was in a very small class that I was given by a local crèche. At that time, I only had 35 kids that were coming to the program. Now we have 450 children that are registered in the program, whom we are supporting. So we are not only looking at children, we are also looking at their parents, their caregivers.
Wow.
So we're looking at the whole household. So we are over 700 people that we are servicing at the program. And also in our area, there are people that are addicted to drugs. That recently, I think from last year, I've started to also look, and I saw that these people also need support. These also people are hopeless. They also need someone that will show them love. You know, some of them, a lot has happened in their lives. We hear their stories. So that is also another area that I'm getting into. So we provide them with we have a feeding scheme for them. But I'm saying to them, you don't have to rely on me. Now I'm just there for support. Now my main focus is children. So they come to the program. We give them meals twice a week. You know, then the other days, but most of the time they pushing the trolley. Yes, most of the time they would push their own trolleys and then they find a way of eating. But I'm just saying to them, at least for 2 days, you don't have to worry. What is it that I'm going to eat? You know, but you still have a responsibility for the other 5 days to take care of yourself. Yes.
I love it. I love the work that you do. Very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. I mean, there's a program that I know of, right, Roma, on Thursdays.
Yes.
You know, people in the community are given bread.
Yes, yes.
People walk away with about 3 to 4 loaves of bread, because we know now a challenge. One of the challenges that we have in and around our communities is a simple loaf of bread.
Yes.
You know, my aunt says that when they were growing up, they used to make a joke, hey, you know, one day bread is going to cost 20 rand. We are at that point now.
Yes.
And it might sound like 20 rand is nothing.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people in and around our communities who are struggling to buy a simple loaf of bread for like 20 rand. So it's programs like that. It's programs like the Tepam program that we need that will support people and give people encouragement, essentially. You can do it.
Yes,
you know, I'll be there to support you, but Luana yourself, you need to stand up and pull up your socks.
Yes,
I love that so much. So, I mean, with the inception of the program, right, from 35 children to now 450 children after 19 years, I'm sure you've come across and met with different challenges, with different capabilities in and out of the classroom, right? What would you say is the biggest dream for bana ba gago ba o nang le bone in the Tshepang program you would love to see happening with each child within the program?
I'm glad that you're asking that question because even now there is a program that we're running, but before I get to that, but what I want to see the children also making a difference in the whole society, being employed, you know, somewhere and being influential, also looking back at where they come from and not forgetting that program made us. And so that when we have children in the program, they are also able to come and speak to them and say, hold on, this can happen. Your dream, you can reach your dream.
Proof.
Yes, you know, that fulfills me.
Oh, man.
That is where I feel now I've really made a difference. And in our program, there are children that have been through, some are in university. They've been through university. There was one that visited me. I actually cried because it's over how many years? Probably over 10 years that I have not seen that boy. He had to. His mother passed on, and he had a little brother, so they had to move to Limpopo. The other time he came with a beautiful car just to come and greet me. I really cried. I said, Lord, even if I've made a difference only to this one child, I'm fulfilled.
I can imagine.
Because as you know, children are different. You know, others will make it, others will fall behind, and so on. Others, you can't really control what happens in the life of a person. But the few, that is the message that I want to bring to people. Even if you touch one life, you have made a difference.
Absolutely.
So don't say, because I don't have anything. No, I don't. It's not time now to look at you, your family, and your relatives. Go out. There are other people that need us very much. I'm very proud to say that I've got matriculants in especially in Princess currently that are doing matric, and we have found a sponsor for them so that the next year, if they want to go to university or college, I can't reveal the sponsor because I don't have her permission, but they are going to get fully funded, fully sponsored. I'm telling you, they are going to have laptops.
Oh, wow.
They are going, if they want to stay in the residence of the university, they will be able to.
Oh, wow.
They will have an allowance every month. That is my dream.
Oh, man.
That is what I've been striving for. Or my children should not end up in matric and sit and not know where they are going. God is achieving that. So I believe from now on, 2025, 2026, all the children that are in Tepang program, they are going to be catered for.
Amen.
So the Lord has really heard my cry. I have 8 matriculants now, and they've already met the sponsor. The parents, the caregivers also are aware of that. So those children for 3-4 years, whatever that they want to study,
Wow.
it is
It'll
all
be
up to
taken
them.
care of.
The potential is within them. They are also getting coaching from this lady. They are also getting encouragement. You know, it is amazing.
Wow.
So from now on, we are really going to say, this is who we've produced.
Yes.
This is what Tepang has come to.
Yes.
And we will have children that will encourage others that are coming back. And all that this person requires, she says, I don't want them to pay me back. I don't want anything. All that I want them to do is mentor another one.
Oh,
Take another child through university as they've been. They will also be assisted even to get jobs after their completion. So for me, it is like a dream come true.
I can imagine. Such inspiring work. Such inspiring work. Like I say, man, I really believe that we need more of this in our community.
Yes.
Because we tend to think that I kobo musi khoshap or kobo zakhe ba
Yes,
right, man.
yes,
You know,
yes.
and we don't know the inward struggles or the internal struggles that people are going through.
Yes.
And a simple thing, like I mentioned earlier, like a simple loaf of bread, you might take it for granted, but having bought that bread for that family or
Yes.
for that child makes a huge difference. Yes,
yes.
I love it. So, I mean, it's been 19 years, like I said earlier. Let's talk now the challenges that, or some of the challenges that you've gone through. And I'm sure there have been a lot from that. I can imagine. What are some of those, and how have you overcome a few of those challenges over the years with all of these things that have taken place, from COVID to the lootings, to the decline of the economy and things of that sort?
Asia, this is hard work.
Yeah.
Because you are not guaranteed that you'll get paid. You are not guaranteed anything. You are just living by grace. That on its own is a challenge. As I'm sitting here and speaking to you, we have not received any funding from government. For 2 months, we have not even been paid. But we are going on. We have to go on. There are people that are depending on us. There are people that are looking up to us. It is a huge, huge responsibility. And for that person that comes into the program, like the person that is that needs food, when they knock at Tepang, they are not expecting me to say, we don't have anything. I can't bear to see them turning back, and I've said there is nothing that I can give you. So I always make sure that there is something. I go out to the stores that are around. We are getting support from your stores like Woolworths. They are supporting us. Pick and Pay, they are supporting us. Food Forward, they are supporting us. So you cannot really rely only on financial sustainability. You also have to rely on other people. And as I've said, God has been wonderful. I have schools, I have churches around us. So provision, that is what has been a very big challenge. And even now I've been thinking a lot about sustainability. I mean, now I'm 59 years old. So I need to think that I'm aging. And I need to make sure that when I exit the program, maybe to be at home, to retire. I must make sure that I'm retiring.
Sustains
It's a
itself.
sustainable program.
Yeah.
So now I'm also part of the Mama Clover, Mama Africa, which is a Clover program.
Yes.
So they are also helping us to become sustainable. I started with them years ago, but then I left and then I went back last year. So we've got a hair salon. We've got a bakery as well. So that will help us to be sustainable. We are also enlarging our gardening project. I believe, my belief is that from that project, we should be able to sell vegetables to the community.
Yes.
And I'm even thinking bigger, that there is shops that we will supply from our vegetable garden. That is how huge my vision is. And now it is still small. It's also providing for the food that we are cooking at the program. But finances has been a big challenge, and making sure that every day you are providing a service. And I have to mention that I have people around me who are my staff members who are very, very supportive. As I say, that for 2 months we have not received any salary, but they are going on. They are believing and hoping that one day things will be okay. But running a program as an NPO, for all the NPOs, we see in the newspaper, NPOs are closing down, which is sad if you think of the people that they are providing for. And it's very sad that I have to mention that we are not seeing so much support from our government. It is very, very sad. So even for me, I don't see NPOs how they are going to survive if our government is not supporting us. If our government does not believe that what we are doing, it is actually making a difference in the lives of the people. It is a very hard truth that we as the NPO sector are faced with at the moment. So we are forced to go outside our country and find people that will be able to help us. And we are seeing now what is happening with Trump. Global funding has been stopped. We were part of the people that were receiving that global fund. It's sad. It means we need to work double now, put an extra effort to make sure that we survive. But me, I've been through a lot. And I believe that with the businesses that we are starting, that we are developing, that one day we shall be able to conquer and we shall stand. That program will never close. Whether who gives us support or who does not give us support, we have been sustained for 19 years. There is a reason for that. It means we are meant to be in that community. We are meant to be there. There is no one that will shut us down.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. So in closure, very quickly, what can I as an ordinary South African, I as an ordinary community member do to assist or help, in assistance for orphans or with child welfare? Or children who are vulnerable in our community.
Yes.
How can I be involved? How do I support? How do I get invested in the program?
Okay. We have people out there that are business owners. I'm appealing to those people. Take time, look around you. There are people, as much as the community is supporting you, take time and support the community. At Sepang, we are really, really struggling to make sure that we are sustainable, as I've said. So we would appreciate people coming. I know that it's sometimes hard. We have a lot of things that are happening in our country in terms of finances and whatever, which is very sad because most people are reluctant to even give you funds because they don't know how you will use those funds, But it's important, whatever, you can come into the program. Maybe you can buy us paint that will brighten up the center.
Yes.
Just paint alone. When the children come, it makes you happy. Even the way the people, exactly.
Yeah.
So there are so many things that you can do. Don't just look at, I don't have money. Even when you buy groceries at home, when you decide, okay, this month I've got a little bit of cash, I will go and buy groceries. Let me buy a 10 kg of maize meal, 10 kg of flour, oil, and whatever as I say that we cook. And you bring just that little, just from your household.
Yeah.
You don't need many things.
Yeah.
Just that. You will see what a difference it will make.
Oh, wow.
So don't say you don't have anything. I believe that God has created all of us to complement one another.
Yes.
God has not created you to take care of yourself and your own alone. Otherwise, I would not be there. Otherwise, I would not have started a program. But God has created us so that we can complement one another and touch one another. Just as holding hands, there is a difference that we will make. And I also I want to say, don't think of you need to, in an ocean, they say just one drop in the ocean. It makes a difference.
Definitely.
Don't say I've got little. That little, you might find that on that day, I was praying for Millie Meal. We did not have. God is touching you. You bring 2 bags of Millie Meal. You've answered a prayer.
Absolutely. Who's supporting when they walk up and down our streets? We're not mindful of such things, and we need more programs like the Tshepang program. So with that being said, thank you.
It's an
And may
absolute
God
pleasure.
continue, man. May the Holy Spirit continue
Amen.
uplifting you guys.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Amen.
You heard it right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Mamzake doing amazing and great work out there, 82 Rothschild Street.
Yes, Rothschild Road.
Rothschild Road in Princess.
Yes.
Doing amazing work with the Tshepang program. At its inception, it's been 19 years now. Started off with 35 children, and now having 450 children under their care and their support, and they need all the assistance and help that you and I can offer. So this is what we try to bring you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Authentic stories that leave lasting change and positive and great change in people's lives, and we can't wait to hear more from them. Like you heard from Mamzake, or if you want to visit them and you want to see some of the work that they're doing, visit their website, Tshepang program. Even on social media, they go by Tshepang program, and you can see all of the amazing work that is being done for the community and vulnerable children. So with that being said, you know that we can go on for a long time having this conversation because it's an ongoing one. But before I head on off to a break, let me see what Mweketi Maimane on his side has on his mind with regards to the conversation that we've just had. But with that being said, I'll see you a bit later on.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Musi, with that one. That was Menontozake Susan Rameka right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, the founder of Tepanga program. Hope that if you want to reach out, you'll do the necessary things and visit her social media. But of course, you know that it does not stop here. 27 minutes past 9, it is the time. And as promised, that we're going to be bringing you that Monday motivation, right? It's still Monday motivation. And now we're heading to the business block right here. So we're shifting gears and sliding into the driver's seat of entrepreneurial hustle. Whether you're a car enthusiast and just someone who respects high quality craftsmanship, today's guest will inspire you to take your hands-on skills and turn them into a successful business. Right, he is the owner of Marv Custom Auto Upholstery, a specialist in car seat repair, leather restoration, and full seat makeover. I just want us to give Mr. Mdaka Ntutugo Marvin a warm welcome. My good sir, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, very good morning to you. But before we start with our conversation, can you just please put your phone on landscape mode? So you know that whenever you open those options, when you drop down, you will see that auto rotate option, and then immediately when you auto rotate your phone, it will just give you that full screen. So you just press that option, just make sure that it's on, and then whenever you turn your phone sideways, you are going to be full screen.
Okay, let me turn my
Yes,
phone.
sir. Yes, sir. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. So I just want you, right there, right there. Yeah. So just to get our people right there on the conversation, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use. And of course, man, you can comment down below. Or if you love cars, man, or if you know that you have a car, you know that you need to repair in terms of upholstery, the car seats and everything, this guy right here who is joining us, he is the one who's going to be taking us through that information that you need. So a very welcome to you. Thank you so much, man, for taking your time, and coming here and also, to talk with us as the Vooka Nation and as the Vooka team. So let us start with your story, man. What inspired you to get into the auto upholstery industry?
Actually, what inspired me is my father. So my father has been in this industry for over 30 years, but due to old age, so he had to retire. But I started to operate in 2022 after I've lost my job 2021. So that's when I decided that no, I should start something for myself. And then we opened the workshop because my father had retired for a long time that time.
Very interesting, man. I see that you are taking from your old man's footsteps, which is very interesting. And a lot of people, man, when their fathers, pass away or leave the business to them, we see a lot of businesses are suffering because now they don't know where to start. But with you, you have done something different. So in terms of the moment you realized that this could go from a side hustle, doing it, piece by piece, to you doing it fully now, what was that moment like?
Meaning like to do it
full time.
No, this thing to me is like a calling because the moment I decided that no, man, I should take over, I just asked my father to show me the basic, how to operate the machine and how to put the threads and stuff. And then after that, I started doing it myself, teaching myself things. The techniques that I know now is something that I taught myself. So that's why I say this thing is something that I had in my blood. I took it from my father.
Yeah, very interesting, man, because it also answers the question that we were going to ask if, you have learned it somewhere or it's self-taught. But thank you so much for highlighting that. So you learning, man, and something that's inside of you doing it in a glimpse. So just let us know, man, what kind of challenges you have faced in this industry, and just tell us on how you overcame those challenges.
I faced a lot of challenges due to sales, how to reach your customers, especially the time I started back in 2002. So I had nothing then, back then. So I had to come up with strategies how to reach my customers. So kwamele ngihlale phansi nga-strategize and I started marketing my work so that I can be visible to other people so that they can come for my services.
Yeah, very interesting. So, in terms of quality control and making sure that every seat or interior leaves your workshop meeting the high standard, how do you handle that, man?
Like, can you come again, my brother?
So we know that you are dealing with interiors, doing seat repairing, and also making seats look new as they are old, right? So now in terms of quality control, making sure that everything is up to standard, how does that go? What's the process? What is it that you do to make sure that the customer leaves your store satisfied?
Is to make sure that I use the right material, quality material.
Yeah.
And, my experience, I always try my best to make everything look nice. So,
Yeah.
and I also have a good team.
Yeah.
That I have taught how to make everything look nice. So it's just that, my brother, choosing the right material and the skill.
Yeah.
That's all.
Very interesting, man. So speaking of material, man, would you mind sharing with us on what kind of materials, do you use to make sure that every customer leaves your store satisfied and they will spread the word of mouth with your business and willing to come back?
My material, my brother, so so we have vinyl, we have genuine leather, we have fabrics and alcantara. So it is up to the customer which who prefer it, and then we take it from there and then we start work. Yeah.
So I see that when it comes to being in that business, people want to bring whether it's their cars or inviting you to their homes to repair some of leathers that are damaged. What strategies do you use to make sure that people are becoming aware of your business? How do you attract the clients to come to your business?
There are people that I am working with, especially promoters from Facebook, and I also market my work in all the social media platforms. So that's how I get my clients, or that's how I reach my clients, through social media. So I just post my work there, and then people start calling me where am I based and stuff.
So with the job that you do, man, on upholstery, because when we hear of upholstery, we know it's more of doing your couches, more of doing your headboards and things like that. Are you only focusing on car interiors, and car interiors only, or you also do, couches, furnitures, if I can put it like that?
Minimum of customs, we do it all, my brother. It's not like we are focusing on one thing. So we just specialize in cars, but we do it all. So if someone comes with the couch and say, can you please reupholstery my couch? We do it. Anything, as long as it has to do with upholstery. So
Yeah.
we do it, my brother. It's just that.
Yeah, so let's speak about the services that you offer and the packages on how do your packages go by. When someone comes, maybe the couch is tiered or the seat of the car is tiered. How do you go by the process? How do you guys now start off by telling a customer that okay, this will cost this much and this will cost this much?
First, we look at the condition of the couch or the seat, and then we quote you from what we see. So if there's a sponge damage, we also charge for that. If there's, like some other couches, they come with redness, like there's a lot of things that comes with couches, especially these ones that have been left outside. They are dirty and they might be diseases there. So we also charge for all of that. So uma ngabe lingcolile mfowethu, we charge you for that. Uma ngabe mhlampe we see that maybe it was once a red hostel there, we also charge you for that. We also charge for sponge damage and material as well. So since I've mentioned that we use different types of material, we have leather, and we also have alcantara, we have a fabric, and we have vinyl. So we charge all of that.
And then when it comes to keeping up with the latest trends, when it comes to technology and the machines that you guys use, how do you guys keep yourself updated with the latest machines so that you can increase the quality control and also the customer service that you bring to your customers as a whole?
Me usually, my brother, I just go to the internet and check what's new, and then I try by all means to save so that I can get that machine or that tool. So if it's something that I need, so I can say that, my brother, it's all that I do now. But we are looking forward to get sponsors because there's a lot of things that we don't have to get the job done easy. But what we have, it's a push and forward.
Yeah, I push putwami. So manje, in terms of let's say someone is listening right now, they're an aspiring entrepreneur. They also want to have a business. And you've been in the space for quite some time. What's one lesson you have you've learned the hard way in business that you would like to let them know in terms that if someone else faces the same pitfall you faced, how can you help them avoid those pitfalls that you faced?
Lega wush advise, my brother, before you start something, you must first seek knowledge about that thing before you commit yourself into whatever. So seek knowledge first. So don't just start something because you saw someone or you feel like it's going to work. But first, seek knowledge about that thing before you commit yourself or start. You will avoid a lot of things because when you face those challenges, you will be able to tackle them easily because you have the knowledge. Don't just start because you want money, but start because you have knowledge about that thing you want to start. So that's my advice.
Very interesting, man. So in terms of now, we are going to be looking into celebrating youth empowerment. How does your company, and as a whole, complement what communities are trying to do in terms of making sure that the youth is employed? So do you have some of the initiatives right there at Mavs on Mav Custom Auto Upholstery that you bring along in times like this in June to make sure that okay, the youth is well informed with what you do so that they can come and seek employment there? Do you have those kind of initiatives?
Not yet, my brother. We are still small at this time, but we are looking forward, and I am praying and I wish that the government could recognize what we are doing to fund us and have this equipment that we need so that we can hire more people, especially the youth. This thing is big, my brother. I wish that the government could recognize what we are doing. Yeah, so even the investors, I wish they could recognize what we are doing so that we can buy these equipments that we need so that we can employ more people.
Yeah,
In that way,
yeah. All the best, all the best. I just wish, everything you need will be and will get to the right ears, man. We just hope that this conversation will get to the right ears so that they can just look up on your business profile and see where they can help. So now, because we are all about motivation in this beautiful Monday, man. Let's speak about how would you let one know, to be motivated. And then you yourself, how do you keep yourself motivated each and every day to wake up and do the job that you do?
my brother, there's a lot that motivates me, my family, they motivate me a lot. They're the ones who give me the courage to wake up every day and grind, my brother, because I've been through a lot, so they're the one who motivate me to wake up every day and do what I'm doing. So that's my motivation. It's my family, actually my background. It's my motivation.
Very interesting, man. So lastly, if one wants to visit the Marv Custom Auto Upholstery, man, where can they find you?
Marv Custom is based in Mpumalanga, in Komazi. That's where we are based currently. So if someone is actually want to get our service, can Google us. It's simply Marv Customs. Yeah, so that's how. Sitholakala kanjalo kwamanje ngasho njalo. So if you want us or want our service, you can just Google us, it's Marv Customs. Yeah, the directions will just lead you straight to our workshop.
Very interesting, man. Thank you so much for taking your time to come right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, just to share, insight of what you do and your business so that you can reach more customers. And I just hope that the business grow well and everything becomes the way you want to. But before we finish, man, are you maybe some kind of way related to Witness Mtaka?
No, I know that, brother, but we are not. We're not related.
All right, because I see that you guys are both business minded, so I was going to think that it seems in the, in the blood. It runs in the blood, But thank you so much, man, for taking your time. Till we see next time, all the best with your business, bro.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah. His journey is very powerful, and if you've been sitting on a talent or idea, let today be the day to take that first step. It is Monday Motivation, so go out and build something. Until next time, please do make sure that you keep it real, man. 14 minutes till we hit the 10 o'clock and conclude our daily dose of positivity. For now, let us take a short break then. And then when we come back, man, we're going to give you some of the things and some of the announcements that we have right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So don't go anywhere.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Muketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketu Mgunyo.
On the
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now, I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Yeah. 14 minutes till we hit the 10 o'clock. You're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. If you need to connect with us throughout our social media platforms, it is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And also, you can just hit up us by dialing 061 524 060 493 3226.
Yo.
I want people to call the wrong platforms here, Chief. You saw what happened already last week, Chief. Had difficulties here. People are seeing weird things on our Facebook. Not on our Facebook, our YouTube. But yeah, man, you know what? There's something that I didn't do. And I know people like Boutique and the likes will come for me. And it's a day-to-day thing that I do here. Right? Where I say, to what promises to be, or what should be now, what should be by now, your favorite rendezvous. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-On Network. Always spending some time with me, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I have been so excited and happy to have been in your presence and in your company on this lovely but cold Monday morning on the 2nd of June, 2025. The time right about now is 48 minutes past the hour, 9 o'clock, almost 10 minutes before we round it off and close it and call it a day today for today's breakfast show. And you know that I'm not alone. I'll never be alone. Always hanging out with the one and only maximum temperature. Of course, TC Shabalala. And this is what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, bringing you amazing and great people from all over the place, man. The one that I enjoyed this morning was Tozake.
Yeah.
Man, such amazing work that she does that side. And, you know, having gone to school with some of the kids who are part or were part of the program back in our day, man, it's important work that she's doing there. The situation that side, guys, like our people are really going through the most, and we might not see it at face value, but you know, under the radar, there's a whole lot that we are not aware of, and we need more programs and more people like Mamzake in and around our communities in its entirety. I don't know, what do you think, Tisi?
I mean, like you said, she's doing important work and, you know, empowering the vulnerable members of our society. And that is, you know, the children who are the future of South Africa. And I'm glad that there are people like Mam Nontozake who are empowering the youth on such, you know, doing amazing work, you know, not only, you know, letting them in on, you know, empowering them through like skills or whatnot. But guys, just a meal can make such a huge difference in a child's day. Imagine having to go the whole day in a classroom trying to concentrate and obviously get that knowledge that you need to succeed, but your stomach is crying for sustenance and you cannot concentrate. I think her work is important, and these are the people that we need to support in our community. The movers and shakers of our community right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, a segment that is quite important, that shines and showcases the light on those who are doing amazing work in our communities and uplifting our communities, making an impact and doing and making a change.
Yeah, beautiful conversations we've had, you know, and we just had right now because when speaking with Mam Tozake and now diving into the conversation with Umav, you know, it shows that there are a lot of things that are happening in the space, and with what Mav is doing, he can also support what Mam Ntozake is doing. You know, that's how some of the business meet, because both of them, they're like, you know what, we wish that the government could also lend a hand to help to run these initiatives that we have. So we just hope that businesses in this time, they do unite and make sure that they serve the people the way they need to. it's Youth Month, man. And the South African Embassy posted that today we mark the beginning of the Youth Month. June 16 commemorates 49 years since the Soweto Youth Uprising, a powerful moment in our history when brave young people stood up against an unjust system and demanded the right to freedom and education. I remember we had that conversation, back, I think it was 2 months back when we lost the recording. When we spoke about youth empowerment
Last month.
on how things have changed now. We lost the interview with Kukwano and Isaac, right? We were just asking them in terms of what the youth should do, because now things have changed. Things have changed. People are, and elderly people are disappointed at what the youth is doing now with the freedom they have got. And we argued, man. We spent some time and argued that when it's the time to redirect what the past youth did, it kind of it doesn't reflect, man. It's two-sided, because now people believe they are not free, right? They fought for the freedom, but they are not free. What kind of free are we speaking about? Because we need to be financially free, economically free, also education, they want it to be free. Everything should just be free, so that by the point where we get all the education, the integration that we need into our society, everyone is well fed with what the youth of 1976 was fighting for. Because I think it's going to be the most burning question. Is the youth free? And is what the youth of 1976 was fighting for, delivered?
Yeah, man. I mean, we've had people like Abu Yeshua Moraka, another mover and shaker in the community of Soweto, doing amazing things with the Abraham Creel's Bambanani program there at Mdeni Skill Center. I mean, I swear, guys, he said some profound things about the youth of today. And he said one of the challenges that the youth that he has noticed that the youth faces in today's society is consistency. And that's not just consistency in, how, the skills or whatnot, but just consistency in life. Just having someone that can be there for them and, groom and assist and guide and mentor. And, like he said, when you listen, you earn the right to speak. And, of course, the youth and the older generation, it's been something that people have been talking about it, like, "Ay, labantwana bamameli, abamameli." But I mean, do you listen when the youth speaks? When they tell you what their challenges are? When they let you in on their lives? I mean, one of the things the Department of Education is trying to do with getting children 51 days off of school is for us to reconnect with our children, as families and as parents. Listen to your child. Listen. And I don't mean hear, but listen. What they're saying and what they're trying to tell you as a parent on what they're experiencing in their everyday life. And I mean, there's an old saying that I used to hate growing up, Oguti, children are meant to be seen and not heard. I used to hate that saying because I was one of those children who at all times I was told, keep quiet, don't speak, be there in the corner, you're too loud, you're too this, you're too that. And I'm like, looking at myself today and looking at little TC, connecting to little TC, working on my inner child, I had to come to the realization that some of the things in which I fight for, like the advocacy that I do on mental health and, the work that I do through Sacred Sundays, that's little TC, that's inner child TC saying, now I'm here and I'm healed, and then as an adult, this is my voice to the world, and I hope that you do hear me, Vooka Nation, when I do spread that positivity. You will
Silence.
not muffle my voice.
Yeah, man. I just hope the message gets clear to a lot of young people, man. We have to unlock new opportunities, man.
Yes.
Because we have seen how bad it becomes each and every year, man. We are tired of these bad news. Each and every time they're telling you that the unemployment rate it's peaking. Nothing improves. Even when it improves, it's just 1% that will be taken away in the next 2 months. But right there, I see I have Vanessa saying, yeah, Mo, it's not yet Uhuru.
Yes.
And Aluta continua. The struggle continues, man. And I think it is best for young people this month to give themselves challenges, man. As we spoke about the resolutions, imagine if you can use this whole 30 days just to reach a certain goal. It's Youth Month. There are a lot of youth initiatives out there. Even when it comes to bringing young people into the space of business, a lot of entities, they are coming up with these campaigns. There was this one Absa made, man, and also Mr. Price, the fashion one that they did.
Yes.
You've seen young people coming in, and you'll be shocked at how much talent our country has.
It really does. I mean, just in Soweto alone, we see so much. I mean, we are a prime example. I love when our guests come here and they're like, we love how you guys have taken, not just put up some cameras but the work that you do, the impact you're trying to make in the community and with the show. We love it so much. People like your Yeshua Muraka, people like your Robin Wheeler, people like your Rishika Mahada, who as guests they even to reach out and say, guys, if you as a team need help from us, let us know how we can help you do more of what you do. And that's amazing, and that's important, and it shows the power of community in uplifting one another and of course uplifting the youth.
Wonderful. 2 minutes till we hit 10 o'clock. Last words on the youth. What advice do you have? You
Lucy.
There's no advice.
No, I'm not laughing. Chief, I need advice myself. I need advice myself, Chief. I need to be advised myself. But look, man.
He's also youth, like you said.
I'm youth. I'm 25 years old. In September, I'm 25. I'm turning 25, guys. In September. So please. No, not again. What do you mean again, Chief? This
one is forever 25.
No,
we all
guys.
know to forever 21, but this one is forever 25.
I'm turning 25 this year. 2000. Next year, I'm turning 26. The following year, 27. Last year, I was 24. You understand? So, but in light of it being Youth Month. I don't know, man. I just feel like there's more that we can do as the youth, and we are at a point where we can't use the card of Rebana or we are youth. We need to be listened to. We need to take action ourselves, and we need to. It's a cliche, and it's an old saying, but be the change that you actually want to see.
Yeah.
Genuinely. If you want to see change, impact it yourself, initialize it yourself, execute it yourself, and we have a whole lot of potential, like you mentioned, man. Like you said, a lot of people watching us now, or when they come across our platform, they tend to think that we're somewhere in Randburg or somewhere in town or whatever the case, but we're doing a great and amazing work right here in Soweto. Specifically Mokasiaka 50 Top Santon, right next to Zondi Hills, just before you get to Bromfisher Kloof. But we're doing amazing work, man, and there's a whole lot of us who are doing great work as the youth in and around our communities, and it's up to us. It's up to us. This
really
thing
is,
of saying, hi, me, Nabazali, hey, the community, the government, this Chief just started. I mean, the proof is in the pudding with people like Bo Tsepang program, Gamam Dozake, saying that she started off with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now has about 450 kids under her care and her support. We understand that.
And about Marv, just the skill that you learn, and then now it's a fully fledged business thriving in Mpumalanga,
where
guys,
people come to you
amazing.
now. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Amazing work,
It's up to us, guys. And this thing of taking Youth Month as if I shy baba, celebrating youth.
And Youth Day in jail, it's a day to just go drinking and dress up in school uniform.
We need to go back and understand the significance of that day. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Man, that's just my 2 cents worth.
In closure, guys, It's chai. It's chai.
It's chai.
It's
National Leave Work
Ghana,
Leave work
Early.
early.
And when now it's 1 minute past 10,
Oh,
you're still keeping me
Some
here.
of us
We have oiled it.
Don't do this.
Let's oil it.
I want to oil.
Let's oil it, man. Yeah, but it was nice, man,
Cut so shy.
having you guys right here.
So
on our
shy
daily
Bobby
dose.
Monday. So shy half day namhlanje baba.
Yeah, man. But I think with also as the team, man, it would be nice to invite the youth with our campaigns. You know,
Yes.
we are media. You know, we can invite young people who are doing wonders in the space to say, guys, come in, man. Advertisement. What are you doing? You know, I mean, maybe if we can get almost half of the young people to come in here for interviews. I think that would work
Or go
so
to
much.
schools. I mean,
go to
we
schools,
go to schools
yeah,
and do
yeah.
some things. I mean, maybe let me see what I can come up with.
Yeah, man. We're going to come up with a lot of things. Still the 2nd of June, and we've seen Abo Hector, hangover. Hector, no, man. No time for hangover. 60-day challenge, no alcohol. What?
Oh, man. Are you okay?
No, you will never take I'm speaking one PM, but TK and the likes, Chief. No, 60 days, Chief.
I see right there, Legacy Music saying Vooka uzenzele. Of
Yes.
course, man. Vooka uzenzele is what and the movement that should be pushed around here in our township.
Yeah, I think that is our motto for Youth
Yeah,
Month.
yeah.
The Vooka Breakfast Show. Vooka uzenzele. Yes.
Of course, man. Man, thank you for that, Mr. Legacy Music right there. But yeah, man, thank you so much, guys, for being with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. You know, man, it does not only end here. Hashtag road to 100 episode. We're on 73.
Yeah,
right now.
man, definitely.
continue.
2 days now, it's 75.
Yes.
Aren't you? Oh,
Aluta continue.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I remember when it was our 50th episode, and we were looking forward to the next 50. So now we're about 20 away, or so, 26, 27 episodes away from 100, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
can't wait.
That's what we do, man. So each and every day, man. From 7 a.m. up until 10 a.m. We will bring you that daily dose of positivity. From me, Moketi Maimane, aka Maxa. I am the son of Mother Nature. Obviously, generator. And then for youth, Mozambique.
I'll continue. Yeah, man. And from me, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. It's me, Utisiga Mazibugo Shabalala, Umam Shengu, Omuhle, Indlovukazi Yagwantu, Nitignina, Bayete. Aluta continue.
Where does that come from? It's Happy Youth Month. Want to go high? Let you and I spend some time tomorrow morning, same time, same place, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-On Network. If you want to engage with us, of course, the conversation does not end here just because the episode is ending. Do reach out using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it also continues using the number 0604933226. Share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. Also, do visit www.vukadaily.co.za. That's www.vukadaily.co.za. From myself, the one and only MWOCEE Mist. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Stay safe, stay warm, stay hydrated, stay cautious on those roads, and God willing, you and I will spend some quality time tomorrow morning on a Tuesday. Cool stuff.